Hey guys, Eden Mejia with Diamond Property Group with Collier & Associates, Realtor in Northwest Arkansas. And we're here again with another Thursday Talks with DPG. Today, we've got my great friends, Jacob Cook and Heather Cook. And Jacob is the owner of Legacy Lawns here in Northwest Arkansas. Thank you again so much for being part of Thursday Talks with us. About when you got into starting Legacy Lawns and how long you've been in business here.
This is our second full season. I was retired for 5 years, and honestly, it started out as a hobby, and now we are very busy, and it's still a hobby. So that's why we do it.
Yeah.
It's just convenient and right up our alley.
Yeah, and being able to do something doing it because it's a hobby and something you love, not because you're forced to do it, just gives you even more passion in doing it. And I know, like, for me, I appreciate the fact that you love lawn care because it is not something I'm good at.
Me too.
All, right?
So that's why I'm glad he loves it.
Absolutely, yes. And Jacob didn't talk about the fact that he is retired from, obviously serving in the military. So thank you for your service.
Thank you for your patriotism.
Yeah, and just being able to support a veteran-owned local business like Legacy Lawns means a lot with Diamond Property Group. And, our friendship goes way back. But knowing that I can support you in that element too, and knowing that I can trust my clients being served by you because you have so much integrity with your business, honesty with your business, and you're not just going to take advantage of people, you're going to really serve them right. So it means a lot.
We either try to serve them the best we can or at least point them in the right direction.
Absolutely.
To where they can really find what they're looking for.
Let's get into this really quick because lawn care is, I feel like, something everybody knows that they need to do. They either A, love it, or B, don't want to do it at all. So as a realtor, we have a lot of people asking about seasonal change from fall to winter, curb appeal, all that. How does that kind of roll into your business, and how can you advise people and how you can help them keeping their curb appeal look really good for seasonal change?
Curb appeal, there's different strokes for different folks. You want to follow basic guidelines for spring, summer, fall. For everybody, it's different though. But the basic is you want to cut your grass low in the spring because you're going to get a lot of growth. In the summer, all that growth is going to dry up, and then grass is going to try to climb back in the dirt because it's so hot outside. So what you want to do is build it up to, I mow it about 4 inches, 3.5 to 4 inches in the summer. That way, we call it no mow July, and we just went through one of those where everything out here was yellow, but at least if you had some thickness, then it could collect that water. In Arkansas, you really want about 2.5, 3 inches, unless you've got a real mower, which is the old school mowers, the push mowers, or the fancy ones you see on the golf course. That's a real mower. And I mean, you can mow a 1/2 inch or even less than that. And that's where you get these tennis court grass clay finishes. 2.5 to 4 inches, and you're fine here in Arkansas. I was always told don't mow below a 3 1/4 here because it's rocks everywhere.
Right.
But you can mow down to 2.5, and it's just whatever your eye prefer. And each lawn's different because I tweak mine all the time until I find exactly what I like. Every house we've been in, I'll start out at 2.5, and then I'll go up to 3. And I might go back to 2. But it'll pop when it pops. And
depending on too probably how you mow it, because I've seen some where they're like perfect lines going in the grass, and then you have some that you can't see any lines at all, but it's like you can tell it's freshly mowed. So even changing the orientation and how you're mowing may differentiate the height of the grass that's preferred, right?
If you like the stripes, you can make a homemade striper kit with PVC and concrete, or I've even seen where guys drag rugs behind their mowers just to make those big fancy stripes.
Wow, DIY for you.
Her dad's, he was one I learned this from.
Master gardener.
He was a master gardener, and he would mow and then blow and get all those stragglers standing up and mow over them again.
Yeah. Well, it's
And
like hair, that's
Yeah.
why you got to change the directions in which
So,
you're cutting because
exactly.
things are going to hide in there for
There you
sure.
go.
That's what I really appreciate with Jake is that he doesn't rush on his jobs. He takes his time, and so every cut he's actually cutting twice because he's cross-cutting.
Yes.
And some people just get in and get out, but he's going to make sure that he's doing the job right.
Yeah.
Which I think that's why he's got such loyal clients at this point.
And it makes your cut last longer whenever it's being cut so precisely like that. So money well spent, definitely beyond just the service.
I cut it the same way I would cut my lawn.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Which that's what people want, right?
Yep.
Also with the exterior maintenance, not just front, and we could talk about obviously evergreens and all that, but backyard and how that is. Is there any specific services that you recommend or provide to your clientele that helps out with anything in the backyard that's not necessarily, obviously grass in the backyard, but anything that you do in the backyards?
Well, whenever I mow or service somebody's house, I take my blower and, I blow their back deck.
Mm-hmm.
I always hit up both air conditioner units, make sure there's no loose debris in it. I always blow grass away from the house and away from the corners. So we try to, clean it up as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right now is flower bed season for me, but honestly in the fall, don't prune a whole lot. You want to do your pruning in early spring. That way it gives it a full season to grow fresh and it won't let diseases and stuff like that set in.
So now is probably the best time for people to go through maybe their landscaping and take all the diseased plants out so that it doesn't go into the next spring and all that. Is that maybe what people should be focusing on?
The more you can get out before the winter, because in the winter, you can actually, once you get your first freeze, that grass goes dormant. You can come out there and spray Roundup and you can kill all the weeds if you want to.
Okay.
Now, you don't necessarily have to do that, but
right.
That is something you can do. But then it'll stay dormant until very early April, and then it'll just pop up green again. But the winter is the best time to get your yard prepared, and it's got everything to do on the Scott's calendar. It's just...
And that's a link that everybody can go to that you actually provide for your clients?
Yeah, Scott's Lawn Calendar, and it tells you which bag to put on what date, and it tells you how high in what area to cut which type of grass.
So we'll make sure that we actually put that in the link below, or we'll put the link in the description below so that you guys can go and resource this amazing website that Jacob
and that's all
uses.
free. They do have
that's great.
That's what we use. They do have specific ones where you can design your own lawn, and they have provide a service for that, but everything I've told you about is free.
I love it. Well, there's enough resources online nowadays, but to know that there's a really good, a credible, resource that you recommend, we'll definitely be sure that we, give that to our clientele. So is there anything that you guys offer for this, time of the year that you want to maybe showcase to our clients so that, they can reach out to you specifically for that?
We do full service. We do flower beds and lawns,
and Jake can offer free estimates. I think that's key.
Mm-hmm.
So, he may not be able to get there the same day, but he'll work with the homeowners to schedule a time that works for all parties. And he can come out, take a look at the property, and then quote.
Okay.
So I think that's key too. And then just knowing that, you're working with someone that's reliable, and everyone has different goals for their lawns. If they want low maintenance, if they want lots of flowers and lots of upkeep. So I think that's where I would just have a conversation with someone, whether it's Jake or someone else in the industry that's a professional.
Yeah. Or someone very complicated like me that wants a bunch of color, and my husband wants low maintenance. So here we are trying to find a unicorn plant or whatever. So if you have any recommendations, Jake, let me know.
Plastic ones.
Oh, I offered that one actually. I told him, I was like,
it's actually very attractive. I actually sent one to Heather.
Or told Jagger I wanted to do that so bad. And he was like, we're not putting fake plants in our in front of our
or you
house.
can spray paint them.
Nobody would know the difference if they're driving by or just walking up to the front door. Come on now. So, all right. That's going in the video, by the way. We're going to make sure Jair hears that. He'll deal with that later.
So like on my front porch, just because of the way our irrigation system is set up, I have actually fake topiaries in my big, large black pots.
Perfect.
And I don't have to worry about replacing those every year.
Sure.
And I don't have to worry about watering them either. And let's face it, I've got 3 kids, 2 little ones. I don't have time for a lot of maintenance right now.
Yeah.
No one knows. So there are some little tips, I guess, that you can do for curb appeal to make your front porch look really great, especially now that it's fall. Pumpkins and bringing in some other objects like that could be really helpful too.
Yeah. And speaking to irrigation, now's the time when you probably need to start thinking about winterizing maybe some irrigation systems too.
I'd wait till closer to mid-October or so. Well,
Okay.
I mean, I guess we are in September now.
Yeah, it's coming up
Almost.
soon,
Well,
but
August.
yeah, October to like December 15th, I think is ideal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, now I feel like now that our winters are getting so pushed out, like we really didn't have any like freeze situations and snow in Arkansas or Northwest Arkansas until after the first of the year. Usually February is when we get like blasted. So yeah, that does allow kind of a longer wait time to be able to do
But
these winter.
make sure you get on that list because that can be the tricky part. Make sure your
Yeah.
guy knows when to come.
Yeah.
Get him scheduled. So
Set it up with a licensed plumber to go out there and do that. Okay.
if you do have a bunch of trees, make sure that you look at other spots on your roof and don't let the leaves pile up in an area and just holds in moisture. And it could actually rot that roof. Now it's not going to do it overnight, but I mean, I've had customers where I didn't see it right off for a month or two until I'm mowing from a certain angle, and I'm like, oh, I need to hit that. And you just get up there with the leaf blower, or if you're lucky, have your nephew get up there with the leaf blower
Yeah.
and just take care of it.
Yeah. Again, having somebody like you, though, to point out those things and get it done for their clients, that just goes to state how much you go above and beyond for your clientele. So, which is great. Not all landscaping and lawn care guys are going to look at your roof to help you out on that. So, this is all amazing information. I am definitely speaking in a different language with you when it comes to lawn care. So I appreciate all of your information and everything that you provided today. We're going to be sure that we get you guys connected with Jacob with Legacy Lawns and the information below. So if you guys do have any questions or need anything as far as lawn care maintenance goes for this next season or any season, he'll be sure to take care of you guys. So thanks so much again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and again, we really appreciate all the things that you do for our clientele. So you guys be sure to click on the subscribe button below and come back and see more with DPG Thursday Talks. We'll see you guys soon.